Folks presents to you Honest Talk.
Hello folks, today Dr. Harpal Theti, passionate educationist, digital native, avid learner, researcher and a proven academic thought leader in the field of higher education in India, is going to join us for today's talk. Dr. Theti is currently heading the placement cell at country's largest single campus private university, that is Lovely Professional University Punjab. Dr. Theti have versatile experience of close of 2 decades in governance, strategic planning, faculty development and university accreditations. Dr. Theti is recipient of 101 Most Fabulous Training and Development Leaders 2020. So let's begin our talk with Dr. Harpal Theti.
So first of all, thank you so much, sir, for joining and agreeing to share your thoughts with us. We are extremely very happy to have you for today's talk.
Yep, likewise. Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, sir. So moving to the topic of today's session, which we have chosen is COVID-19 outbreak impact on campus placement officer. Sir, as we all know that you are leading the placement cell of one of the most prestigious and country's largest single campus private university. So sir, it's my request to you is that please give a detailed analysis how it is going to impact what will be the type of future opportunities for the students.
Correct. Thank you so much. I think lot of actually nobody saw this coming. Actually, let me start from there, and it was a surprise for most of us. I mean, much like the world, we thought that this is going to go away, but then this became this big, and since this became this big, since nobody saw it coming, so there has to be a lot of rework, and a lot of rework would have happened. You would have read in a lot of newspapers or e-blogs and all that. So our lives have also changed. So if our lives have also changed, we have become more digital. The consumption of maybe digital learning has gone up. Things have, companies have shifted their offices to the employees' homes, and all these kind of things have happened. The good thing is that the economy is still keeping up, which means that the economy will be there, which means that the nature of job would change, which means that there will be more of digital, which means that you'll have to embrace the change, which means that you'll have to be on that learning spree yet again. So a lot of changes, but then yes, I feel that jobs will be there. The nature of jobs may change. We'll have to wait and watch. But then having said that, there is nothing much to worry on. There are a lot of people who are actually working day and night such that people like you and me can work.
All right, sir. Sir, when I was collecting the question for this session, one question which is common in all the platform, and I think I must include this session because you are joining us today. The question is, sir, do you believe that if in future, because we are at this time, we are not much aware that will it going to decrease or will it remain constant? If suppose the placement is going to low, then will it give a chance for a student to move towards more on startups or start their own ventures like something?
Yes, look at the way you connected with me digitally. Though we belong to the same institute, but we have not met. So it was you who was very inquisitive enough to understand as to what the workforce of today and tomorrow will look like, and you wanted to give it back to the society. I think yes, exciting times ahead. So it's a lot of people will experiment with what they have and what they are learning, and how whatever they are learning can be put to practice. So yes, you will see a lot of startups, and there will be a lot of people who will be mentoring these kind of startups. There will be a lot of people who will participate, who will handhold people. The entire culture has to change, because we as an ecosystem, as a country, will have to look at giving more avenues, more opening up more opportunities. I think yes, exciting times ahead. People will experiment a lot. People will try and see as to whatever they can do from there, and they'll try and do that, and there'll be failures obviously, but then you have to cope up with that. Look at the way the OYO business has changed. Look at the way maybe the OLA is changing the entire business workforce. Yes, I'll say that opportunities are there among the adversities. So you will have to look at or just sit back and say that the adversity has affected us. What should we do? But then I think exciting times ahead. A lot of experiments. A lot of people like you who are young will try and do certain things which nobody has even thought of. I mean, look at some of the business examples which people have done now. They were only simple use cases, but then they were having this perseverance, grit, and they wanted to actually test and then try for themselves as to whether it makes sense for them and to the larger ecosystem. And eventually, it made out to be a business proposition for them. So I think yes, people will experiment quite a lot. People will ask for open ideas. People will be open to accept the ideas. I'll put it that way. I mean, I'll take the other side of the coin also. So people will be ready to experiment. Just a couple of days back, I was looking at the launch of a university of a pedigree group in the country, which was done completely digitally. I mean, everything was done digitally, and things are happening. I mean, people are talking about Industry 4.0, but then the kind of interventions which has happened last couple of months, I think it has opened up a lot of avenues for freshers like you. Look at what a White Hat, maybe for an example, is doing. They are giving coding to a class 7, class 8 guy, and look at the kind of rampant ads which they are putting up. I think a lot of exciting times ahead, and people will be challenged. I mean, you will have to work hard. You'll have to work smart. That is where industry will be accepting you, which means that there is a lot of learning opportunity, which means that whatever we used to say, no, learn, unlearn, and then relearn, and then repeat. So there's a loop. So I think this loop will keep on happening, and this loop has become shorter, which means that you will have to learn the art of unlearning first, and then relearning, and relearn quickly. And then whatever you have relearned, you will have to actually put that into practice. And then yes, exciting times ahead for folks like you.
All right, sir, you have covered so many things. I think it will be fruitful for our viewers too. So, sir, moving to my next question, which is means if we talk about students. So, sir, one question which comes here is that what should be their approach to make themselves in this new normal, to make themselves more corporate ready?
Correct, very apt question, I'll say. I think learning. So the next currency will be learning. You will have to keep learning. You will have to keep learning. You will have to keep learning. And there are multiple opportunities, plethora of them, where this learning can be actually aptly put into practice, and a lot of business practices can come up. And I think we an ecosystem, India as an ecosystem is rightly poised. I feel that yes, eventually there is adversity. There is no denying that fact, and let us accept it. The moment we accept it, then that is where the second cycle of thought comes in as to what we should do, how we should progress, how should we conquer it. And I've given you apt of examples here wherein people have moved their office back home, and then everybody is working from home. Look at a lot of marquee companies where they have said that up till maybe 2021 they have given people work from home. Now, once you work from home, obviously there are challenges, there are advantages also. You save upon your travel time, you save upon a lot of things which was not required at some point in time. But then yes, if you ask me this question, I feel that people used to say that data is currency. I'll still abide by that fact that data is currency. But for me, I think more critical today is the loop where you learn, unlearn, and relearn yourself. So that will be my only advice. Instead of being a crybaby, let us invest time, and let us make our thoughts even more wider. World is there, and I feel world will remain. Let us be world citizens. Let us learn from each other. But then yes, we have seen some unprecedented deaths also. You could take the example of Sushant Singh here. So if at all these kind of things will happen, which is again I'm saying very normal, when you're cut off from your social circle, you should talk, and you should be happy talking. Whenever there is a call, you should accept the call, be it from anybody. and talk to them, give some space, stay healthy. In fact, I'll give my example. I've started doing cycling now, which was never in my agenda. But then I thought that let me cycle and let me put away some negative energy. That is how, no? So put up whatever interests you, and then try and take that interest and then put that amalgamation where your career overlaps with that. So that no, there is an overlap somewhere, and you are able to derive fun as to what you do.
All right, sir. As recently we have seen that many companies start offering their internship online mode. So, sir, I would like to know, what do you believe, sir? Are these virtual internships are as much fruitful as the physical one?
Oh, the answer is yes. Because the nature of job and the nature of doing business is going to change. So I was reading a report which says that whatever innovation people were talking actually since last maybe half a decade, we have actually conquered them in last 3-4 months, whatever the adversity has given it to us. So I think it's an opportunity, and whenever there is an opportunity to learn, internship is basically an opportunity for you to learn, where you can actually play across with whatever has been given to you. So I think people should gleefully accept it, and you never know, because this may open up so many things subsequently, and it will subsequently, because we have to stay positive, and whatever opportunity pops up, I feel that one should do it with 100% energy, 100% passion, 100% love, and 100% perseverance. And you will see the light towards the end of this tunnel. I'm sure. I'm damn sure about it.
All right, sir. So, sir, can we conclude that this pandemic is rather a digital revolution in itself?
Rightly said. Digital is here to stay. Look at 3-4 things. I did a small LinkedIn update couple of days back, where I said that our digital consumption for the way we learn, our digital consumption the way we connect, our digital consumption for the way we get ourselves entertained, our digital consumption for the way we get connected with each other socially, with our circles, has actually changed. And digital is just about everywhere. People were talking about digital, people were doing digital bits and pieces, but then this entire adversity has given us, all of us, as an opportunity wherein digital has actually surpassed just about everything and put that everything into a small box, which means that your choice obviously will be a little different from my choice in terms of what we watch. In terms of, I watch drama, maybe you would like action. So and we used to use this Eat It box. Now this Eat It box is not being used at all. I mean, you would have seen this at your homes also. I mean, people are consuming more through their personal devices, mobile phones, tabs, and all that. And this is here to stay. And even in the education sector, I'm very candid about the fact that industry was always ahead of academia, especially in India. So people were talking about Industry 4.0. Today we are talking at least about Education 2.0. And I'm very glad that there are a lot of steps towards that, and everybody, including us, we have taken bold steps. And I think this in the interest of students like you, this in the interest of the larger ecosystem, this in the interest is that there has to be some light towards the end of it. So I feel yes, the answer to this is empathetic yes.
All right, sir, you have given a very wonderful answer. So, sir, my next question to you, sir, what do you believe now, what are the type of skills now students need to focus more on in this new normal?
Learn the art of learning. I'll just put it that way. When I was reading, so I'm a BTech, MTech and PhD in electronics. So when we were reading, we were taught this Moore's law, wherein it says that the component which can be put up in a device doubles up every 24 months. This 24 months has gone for a toss now. So this 24 months has shortened to 2 months now. So the technology is moving at a brisk speed. people will have to move and keep tandem with whatever the industry and the larger ecosystem is asking from you. You will have to keep learning. You will have to keep learning. There is no other way. I'll give you an example. So we today say that everybody is looking towards full stack engineers. Now, full stack engineer was always there. This word was coined up because as an engineer, you're expected to do just about everything, starting from one part of a code to the entire execution of the code, and then how that code actually works, maybe in your live example. So yes, the learning spree has decreased. Attention span, I'll put it the other way. So you will have to be attentive, because during this Bloom's taxonomy where we were teaching, so it did the study says couple of years back, the study says that the attention period of young folks like you is not more than actually 2 minutes. I think this has even reduced now, which means that if this has even reduced now, and if the digital has to stay, you will have to make interactions like these, meeting like this, where you give the download or take the uploads, will have to be very crisp, will have to be to the point, will have to be honoring the other's time, and I think these all things are going to stay in our life. And we are looking at new us post-COVID. We all hope that the vaccination is around the corner. We all feel that it should now come up. But then I think, yes, work-wise, a lot of things are going to change.
All right, sir. So, sir, my next question to you is sir, what advice would you like to give to the student, as most of the universities and school colleges were decided to move online education? So, sir, what advice would you give to students that how they have to take out of best from it?
First, let us accept the change. Because accepting is half the conquering of the problem. So I think we'll have to accept that there is little bit of a trouble outside. We'll have to accept the fact that since the trouble is outside, the businesses cannot stop, the learning cannot stop. That is where, once you've accepted the fact, there has to be a revival path which has to be set up, and this has to go as a feedback to just about everybody. As I said, in bits and pieces from now onwards, digital is going to be the next big thing. I'll give the example of my own son. Fortunately or unfortunately, he's in class 10th right now, my elder one, and he has gone to school for just about 10 days. Wherein the school decided that we will prepone the entire 9th classes, that they have 1 month's advantage, and then they will read and all that. Came March, everything came to a stop. Not even a single day have passed where they have not given a test. Not even a single day have passed where they have not interacted with their faculties. Evening he does Vedanta, and then he does his gaming and all that towards the end of the day, which means that we'll have to be very cognizant of the fact that whatever happens from here onward, some piece of education, I think, will remain digital, and rightly so, because India is a big country, and then we are trying to have our 5G in place and 4G right now is in place, and then we still feel that there is a digital divide between India and Bharat, but I feel times are there where no things will improve. Times will have to improve, and then this digital entire journey will go to our small villages and all those kind of things. But this should not stop people like you from innovating, actually, and this should not stop from people like you from asking. You asked for this entire session, and here we are, and we did deliberation just 2 days back. Which means that you should not stop. I'll give the example of one student whom I met in one of the events, in one of the innovation events, actually. So he's a farmer's son, and he saw his father struggling in summers when he was driving his tractor, and then he read just about everything digitally from Google and Yahoo only, and then he has devised. He's in second year of his engineering right now. from a very small known place, from a not so great known college also. But then he was able to automate the entire tractor. Automating the entire tractor, just understand. I mean, he's running the entire tractor by controlling with his mobile phone. So, which means that innovation should not stop. You should be more inquisitive. You should ask more questions. But then, having asked the questions, you should do a lot of introspection. When I'm saying you, it has to be your generation, because for me, I used to very jokingly call this generation to be as Maggie's generation, where everything is 2 minutes. We want quickly things, we want quickly name, we want quickly fame. It doesn't happen that way. But digital gives you that opportunity. I'm telling you this. So I'm contradicting what I've just said here. But then yes, exciting times ahead. So be inquisitive enough. Look at your ecosystem. Ask for help whenever required. People are ready to help, and ample of people actually. They want the next generation to be stronger. They want the next generation to be doing better in their life. They want the stay of mankind in this earth to be more better. So there is help nationally, internationally, locally, whatever you say.
All right, sir. Sir, as we have reached to the point where we are discussing about online education models. So, sir, one question which I would like to put it here is, sir, what would you like to comment on how much accessible and reachable online education model is?
I just said. So there is a digital divide between India and Bharat. But then yes, we have a government which is looking foresighted. We have a government, thankfully, who is trying to do things and who is trying to take this digital wave, I'll put it that way, to the last man standing in the remotest of the remote place in this country. Just be cognizant of the fact that India is a big country, but at least we had to start somewhere. And people have started. Now, once we have started, I think there'll be a lot of cases which will keep on building from here. And once you start conquering them piece on piece, one bit at one time, I think the larger story is not far. I think the larger story is near, and I think we can get back to Takshila, when people used to look at India as the center of education, learning, and relearning.
All right, sir. So moving to my last question, I don't want to waste too much time. So, sir, one question which I would like to raise it here is, sir, do you believe will this pandemic may lead to it will reduce the number of placement offer which was previously offered more? Now it will reduce to some extent, or it will go just like before?
See, I'll answer it the other way. I feel that the numbers will not decrease. I mean, what may happen is that the nature of job may change, the ask may change, and if the ask may change, they'll be more stringent. If everybody's trying to be more stringent, this has given you an opportunity. I mean, this has given the student community an opportunity to actually strengthen their CV. I mean, instead of just copying everything from net, now you can curate a CV for yourself, which means that your CV is completely different from mine. And as I said a couple of minutes back, now you bring your interest and you bring as to what you're reading, make a subset somewhere, and then try and run the entire engine. So if the engine is well oiled, I don't think that there is a dearth of opportunity. I feel that people will still eat. People will still travel, if not for fun, but for other things. People will still travel. People will still do business. People will still interact. People will still look at avenues to get entertained. People will still look at having more better quality of healthcare, food, and all that. These are all avenues, yeah. So you can pick up a small chunk of a problem from somewhere and then try and see if you can put a solution to it, and keep on the innovation cycle. This is the right time to put a lot of innovation.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a great discussion with you over the topic, and thank you so much, sir, for joining and giving your important time to us. It was really a great discussion with you. Thank you so much, sir, for interacting. We look forward to conduct more and more sessions with you. Thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, sir.